When the 17 chairpersons meet behind a closed door, they are not just discussing politics, but deciding the future. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm talking about a secret meeting that was held today in Apail by Winnie Odinga, where she met the chairperson for 17 chairpersons for Nairobi constituencies. I want to reveal to you the hidden secret behind this meeting, what message it tries to convey, and its implication to the politics of the country. Ladies and gentlemen, kindly take a minute of your time. Subscribe to our podcast. Click the notification bell so that whenever we make such videos, YouTube will automatically notify you. Now, earlier today, Winnie Odinga had a meeting in Apail. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to tell you that the meeting was not just ordinary. This was a meeting that was really structured. And in this meeting, we see that these 17 chairpersons came in unison and in one voice, back up Winnie Odinga, and they said, endorse her to be the deputy party leader. In this particular meeting, they also agreed that Winnie Odinga will hold a previous position held by her father, that is being the Nairobi top delegate. What messages? You see, you might be asking yourself the meaning of this particular meeting. What are they trying to communicate at this particular time? What message, what implication does this particular meeting have for the politics of the country? Now, ladies and gentlemen, the very first meaning of this particular meeting, the secret behind this meeting, the meeting was meant, this particular meeting was meant, it was a power installation. This was not just a meeting, but a power installation. Because in this particular meeting, we see the 17 chairperson endorsing Winnie to be the deputy party leader. You see, this comes at a time when ODM is struggling internally. There is a power wrangle within the ODM. But here they come in one unison saying that, Winnie, you're gonna be the deputy party leader. What does this convey? You see, when Winnie take over as a party leader, Winnie is they're trying to make Winnie to, you see, okay. When Winnie finally take over, it really conveys to us and tries to convey that there is a power transition. Yes, we see a power transition to the Odinga family. That despite the fact that Baba left, the ODM is still within the Odinga family. ODM is not going anywhere. That is why they had to install one of their own, Winnie Odinga, to take over. Taking over as a deputy party leader and being the Nairobi top delegate. That is not just ordinary, ladies and gentlemen. And again, here comes another top secret behind this particular meeting. That, you see, currently ODM is really struggling. First, ODM is struggling based on internal rebellion. There is internal struggle within ODM, where there are two particular groups. There is the Linda Mwananchi, there is the Linda Ground, you see. And again, ODM is also suffers ideological differences, where there is this particular group of people supporting the broad-based government, and another group being anti-government. But now, what does this meeting meant for that? The meeting is trying to convey a message that, you see, it signalized the stability of the party. You see, when Raila died, people said ODM is gone, ODM is dead, ODM will be no more. But Winnie is trying to tell the country that, you know, ODM is not going to die. ODM will live and live forever. Because Winnie, when we see Winnie, we see Raila, and we see that fresh energy. There is a very brilliant and vibrant youth taking over. Then it really proves to us that ODM is here to stay. Yeah, because they said ODM has collapsed, ODM is dying. But Winnie is proving that, you see, we are just reorganizing a turnaround, a new ground for the strong gravity of the party. Now, I want you to look it in this angle. Have you asked yourself that why Nairobi? Why is the meeting not held in Mombasa? Maybe in a place in Siaya for that matter? Kisumu? Why not Homa Bay? Why not Migori? Why just Nairobi? You see, Nairobi, when we see Nairobi, Nairobi represents a national figure. Nairobi has that youth mobilization. And there is also the instance of media facility. That is why the meeting had to be held in Nairobi. It's really trying to convey that, you see what? Nairobi is a battleground. And we have to do work all the clock to secure Nairobi. Because by securing Nairobi, Winnie is conveyed to be a national figure. Yes, by taking over Nairobi, we see her as a national figure. Yes, because without Nairobi, you are no more. You cannot be a party that does not have the urban base, because Nairobi is the mother of all these countries. Yeah. So Nairobi, Winnie is trying to prove to us that, you see, we are doing it and we have to take over the Nairobi, because Nairobi is the battleground. Yeah, and again, I also want to reveal to you that, you see, this meeting is also speaking a message. And the message that the meeting is communicating is really communicating to the rebels in the party. Yes, because you will agree with me that currently there is rebellious group in the party. There are those section of the members that are not supporting the agenda of the party, because currently you will know that ODM is working with the government, that is the broad-based government. And in this section of the group, that are saying, no, we are not going to be party to it. I'm talking about the Kina Sifuna. I'm talking about the Kina Orengo, the Kina Babu. Yes. And what message are this meeting meant to speak to them? You see, these are the people that have been having the independent voice in the party. And it's so evident that this particular group have had ground, the mass ground. Somebody like Sifuna, for that matter. We've seen the huge mass Sifuna has pulled in the past. Sifuna has been so vocal. But here comes Winnie is stepping up, stepping in and saying, no, we have to neutralize things. We have to neutralize things. So this particular meeting is meant to neutralize the rebellious group in the party. Yes, because within ODM, reducing, you see, by reducing the influence of the rebellious group, like the Kina Sifunas, it gives Winnie that power. And Winnie gonna take over. Yes, there is just a political neutralization strategy. Yeah, and you see, what implication does it have? Yeah, you see, it really shows us that, you know, ODM is just preparing a life after Raila. Yes, ODM is preparing to stay because there is a party that has really struggled since the death of the party leader Raila, the late Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga. And it also conveys the 2027 political realignment. Yes, by Winnie taking over, Winnie being the voice of the party, is gonna communicate, it's gonna tell us that, you know, this is what we are going to take, this is the direction, this is the stand. By the way, because in the past we've seen Winnie challenging the government, it also conveys that things gonna be different from what we've been thinking, because we saw ODM being part and parcel of the government and Winnie stepping in. Winnie has also been challenging the government. Yes. So, ladies and gentlemen, today was not just a meeting. Today was a meeting that was meant for a succession. Yes, as we have discussed in the podcast, it was a succession meeting. Yeah, it was a meeting that is meant to respond to the internal rebellion group. So tell us from your opinion, what do you think the meeting was meant for? Thank you.